In the previous lesson, we worked with environment lighting or IBL, image-based lighting, which is based on HDRI images. And we saw that we can just change the image on the environment, the world, using the VRAY node editor or using the dome line, and we can change basically everything. So the setup, the scenario. We can even use single colors, not just an environment image, and we can do like green screen or have other type of effects. So we try also with indoors, outdoor settings, and again, we concentrated in this specific type of lighting. And we also saw that there are two other types, which one is the emissive material, and the other one is the actual lights, which I call artificial and natural lights. So the dome light, in a way, is already um, a light that can simulate environment and could be natural, but also could be artificial, like the studio that we also tried in the previous video, that is simulating a studio, a real studio set. So image-based lighting, IBL, is basically a quick way to do some different types of rendering, exteriors, interiors, photographic studio, for product architecture, anything basically. But it's not as accurate as when we use the actual lights. So in this video, we're gonna go and start to see some artificial lighting, meaning lights that you would probably use for an interior. But I'm going to use a photography studio set. I think the photographic studio set is the perfect scenario where we can try, test, learn how to use the lights, because lights are like a balance. So first experiment with them, exercise with them, and then move to more complex scene. So we're going to do a really simple scene. I'm going to go here to Chaos Cosmos, and I'm going to add a character, or a subject, which will be like a model, and we're going to use that. And you can see there is this red stripe. This means that there is available updates for Chaos Cosmos. Make sure you update every time, because that's going to improve the models. You're going to have more models, and in general will improve Chaos Cosmos. So definitely update. And these are the downloaded assets that I have downloaded so far. So I want to add a person, and then later I'm also going to add a product, because we can use these for product visualization as well as simulating set, studio set, photo set, movie set, whatever. And so you can see we have now, I'm using now the HDRI still, the image-based lighting. And also want to show you the difference between using the image-based lighting and the lights. And well, the first thing is that when you use the environment light, the dome light, the world, and the IBL, the things that we saw in the previous video, well, you cannot really manage exactly, and you cannot really do anything you want with the lights. The lights are embedded with the image, so everything is about how you position the image. And of course, here, if I put the model in the middle here, and then I can adjust the model by rotating or moving it, or I can adjust the dome light. In this case, I'm using the dome light as an environment. So if I rotate, you can see that that will affect also the position of the lights that are part of the image. So you can only just rotate. You cannot do more than that. And we can see there is a stronger light with a stronger shadow, and that's going to be the key light. The most important light in this case comes from the left. And I think it's a good, natural, and pretty realistic effect. But again, if you want to control it more, we need to go somewhere else. With the dome light, we can just increase the intensity, decrease the intensity, rotate, adjust the temperature, and all those parameters that we already mentioned in the previous lesson. And that's it, which could be enough for you. But again, if you want to be more accurate, if you want to have a more customizable render, we need to go and use the lights. So I'm gonna get rid of the various environment texture that I've used, And also I turned off the dome light, so now everything is pitch black. And so now we can start to add some lights in a really, basic situation with nothing. So you can go to add menu and go to light. The first four will be the blender light, which work. You can use them, but you have these ones in the middle that these are the most important. The four at the bottom, these are like legacy light, meaning that they still work and you can use them, but you have like an updated version, kind of an updated version in these other ones, which are in the middle. So we already saw the dome light. The dome light is essentially an ambient light, an environment light. The other lights are, pretty much similar. So this one is the rectangle light or area light, and it basically projects photons using an area. So if I insert it in the scene, I need to push it up, otherwise I won't see anything. And we can start to see the effect. And well, you can put it from the top, or you can put it from the side, and the result is already beautiful. You can already see that it's a really realistic, cool effect, kind of a theater in a way, theatrical effect, or you can, for movies or TV shows, things like that. So start with the light and then try to get the effect that you want on your subject. You can also decrease the size of the light, and this will affect the intensity as well, but also the shadows. Now we cannot see the shadows here. Well, we can only see the shadows that the subject projects onto itself. So like the details of the body and the face. And that's also important. When you use a concentrated shadow, concentrated light, you're going to see more details on the subject. When you use big shadows or big lights, large lights, you're going to see more diffusion, more intensity, less shadows, more blurred shadows, and less details. So it's about how you concentrate or non-concentrate the light, essentially. And we're going to do more examples on that. So this one here, it's a big light. It's usually called a softbox in a photographic studio, or umbrella light, where the light, again, is not direct, but is kind of bouncing, and it's diffuse, it's not concentrated. And so I can add here, also I can use the dome light together with these specific lights. I can work with both, and again, I have a really good result. So you can use a mix of the two, but in this video, I'm just going to use the artificial lights so you can see the difference. But definitely use the dome light, it's or the environment in general. So I need a backdrop. So since I'm not going to use a background from the dome light or the world, I'm going to deactivate the plane, which was for the shadow catcher. And this is just, the subject, the light, and that's it. There's nothing else in the scene. There's only that camera, which I'm not going to use in this video. So I'm just going to add a box around my subject. So pretty simple and fast Blender box creation. And then we're going to remove again from this. We're going to go to edit mode, or edit modeling interface, whatever you want. We're going to select the faces. I'm going to select the front face and the side faces. I'm going to delete them. And I'm going to use this C shape here to do the backdrop. So we need some curviness. So I'm going to select the edge. So edge selection on the top. And I'm going to select, actually I'm going to expand a little bit. I think this could be too small. I'm going to use the symmetry here up on the top right. And I'm going to expand a little bit, so you have a more space. And now let's round the corners here. I'm going to do some round corners using directly the bevel. So this is a geometrical roundness. It's not an effect like the rounded corners that we saw before, the rounded edges. So Control B to add the bevel, and you can go down here, expand the little menu at the